was her name?
But none of us were able to tell if Betafina was affected or not, except Val might have picked up on it because of the nat 20.
And his mom.
And his mom because of the nat 20.
Never mind. Actually, I remember the names. Champion Viribus Ogalokanu. You know that last name?
After scrolling up.
Yeah. Ogalokanu. We know that guy. That family. Who else? Cheeky Locket. That tore my heartstrings. Parath. Yeah. Parath. Pop Whistle. Very sad.
And Snap Whistle.
And Snap Whistle. Two very, very, very important characters for Winged Kangaroo. That's history in the making right there. They're gone.
Which is Cracked Egg's grandfather and great uncle.
His nan. But we don't care about Cracked Egg.
How dare you? He's a good man.
Yeah. Do not care. And, I think, unless I'm missing anyone, that should be everyone that's relevant to us out of character and in character.
Aaron's the one that would have known this, but Viribus, well, Matt also. Viri was Glaver's partner last we checked. Or, like, girlfriend or budding girlfriend.
There's Viribus, and then there's Champion Viribus Ogalokanu. Are they two different people?
You could probably assume they're the same person.
Right. So, yeah.
I mean, who's not going to take the last name Ogalokanu? Am I right, Matt?
Pretty killer name.
An idiot.
It just rolls off the tongue.
Why? No, this is going to be really weird. But why does saying Ogalokanu feel like you're shaking someone and their bones are being rattled? Ogalokanu, that just... Do you get it?
I mean, it sounds like a Hawaiian name, so that...
What does that have to do with anything?
Sounds like borderline racism, Blue.
I had no racism in my mind when I made that comment. I think you're making up a racist agenda that you're trying to push onto me because I'm the least racist of this group, excluding Quinn.
Not in your
and
mind,
my
What? My can be racist.
You're absolutely right. My can be racist.
My bad, guys.
I'm happy we got here.
I can't believe you, Mai.
Yeah, that's on me.
We ended the last session having discovered Wynn crouched over what appears to be a flower bed, roughly in the shape and containing some of the body parts of Oda. We'll say Niv just walks away and looks out over the balcony, not quite able to handle this.
Jem enters the room after Niv and kind of peeks around to look at what's in front of her, sees the situation with Oda, will also turn around. Kind of step away, realizing this kind of isn't her place anymore. But not excluded entirely from the scene. Anyone else? Anyone else? Keep them coming, keep them coming.
Bobby looks and will step inside the doorway. What about you, Dragonborns?
Where's my toe? Oh, is that the door still? Oh, I see. Well, we'll go inside.
Wynn looks up and makes eye contact with Val, and more tears seem to stream down her cheeks.
Does Wynn still look fade? Or is that gone now?
I clarified with Richard, that's gone, apparently.
Okie dokie.
I didn't say it's
Yeah.
gone. I just said what you started.
gone.
Your starting
It's
point
gone.
is way too far in the wrong direction.
It's just gone. It's just gone.
Is it visibly apparent?
There is remnants of kind of like her Fey appearance when she was corrupted. She, for the most part, looks like she's back to normal. However, there are little features here and there.
Yeah, could I get a nature check from Val here?
Oh,
Cool.
that's
I
random.
guess I'll just let Richard answer that one.
I don't get to do many nature checks.
Yeah, this is the first time my proficiency in this is going to be useful.
Honey,
Actually, wait, no, I have animal handling. Never mind.
Richard sees
That
that
works.
you've made your choice as a class, and then he's
Nature.
decided I'm
Yeah.
not going to make anyone do roles relating to their class.
It
If-
appears
if there's some
that
animals in handling.
the Wynn that was dying in bed has had some of their corruption kind of pulled from them. It seems that Oda took about as much as her body could handle before it failed. So Wynn is roughly maybe a little bit more corrupted than Oda was after being saved by Alia.
And can I do a quick spirit check on Oda on bed?
Spirit check?
Flowers.
I don't know
now.
what to call it at this point. It's
she's-
the thing I've been doing where I can see if the person's spirit is still within their body or not. So
Yeah,
I
give
guess
me,
that I think you've been making me do previously. I think it's been I actually don't know. Arcana maybe? Was it Arcana?
You can do an Arcana.
But in order to have good numbers, I would do it as Elora, as she will manifest herself behind Val.
Shit, play Niv.
Arcana.
I could not do Niv justice.
Lower number. Adding number.
You see, strangely, that the body is alive, but it's not alive with any form that could hold a soul.
Huh. That's something.
What once was Oda is now like fertilizer and flowers and vines. See them just kind of growing out slowly from the body of what once was Oda.
Okay. Oh, the red X really makes it. Makes it more apparent.
Yeah. So yeah, what was Oda is now
The-
Red X.
The big red X. I see.
Wynn will follow Val's gaze to Oda, or what was Oda, and she kind of has another wave of panic, and she will kind of curl up into a ball, averting her gaze. She'll kind of like try her hardest to pretend this isn't happening, and the pile of mush and flesh and dirt and flowers is not her mother.
Val's still kind of shocked at this point because this is not what he expected on a casual Wednesday afternoon. And he
What's a
will.
Wednesday?
Don't worry about it. He will walk over to Wynn and scoop her up in a big hug.
Val kind of not Val. What?
All right, yep, handing
Wynn.
over. There we go.
No.
Tapping out.
Wynn kind of flinch at first, but will eventually warm up into the hug, and she will return it. She's shaking a little bit, but she's holding on tightly.
You are okay. How is this possible? That's kind of a more of a clarifying question because Val can put two and two together, surprisingly.
Wynn will shrug in your arms, and she'll shake her head as well.
Was it only us that returned to Ticker's Tavern? Or do we know anyone else that also came back?
Let me give you a list.
Cheers. Or do I know any health professionals in town since I've been around?
So you've got health professionals. I could tell
Someone
you
who
that
would know more about this than I would.
there's Cracked Egg, and there's Spotlight's mom somewhere.
In Ticker's Tavern?
Somewhere in Tikka's Tavern.
Specifically, let's see here. Specifically within 120 feet.
He not within 120 feet, but you could probably
Damn
get
it.
within 120 feet within 2 minutes.
Okay. Once it looks like Wynn's kind of calmed down a little bit more, Val will release her and give her a quick pat on the shoulder and say, I'm going to go and find someone who knows more about this than I do currently. I will kind of look at Bobby and just nudge, and we'll go out the door.
Wynn will reply with a mumbled, okay, and just continue to look down at her lap, averting her gaze.
Parkour. Alright, how far do I need to walk?
Be like a 2 minutes walk.
Alright. Da-da-da-da-da. Side. And Allura will cast message and target that towards Spotlight's mother.
All right. What does your message contain?
Hello there. I know we have not met properly, but there is an urgent emergency within the tavern. Come quickly if you can. Bracket, you can reply to this message. Close bracket.
Guys, you might want to take a look at this.
One moment. How urgent is this?
I will cast message again. um, one of, I believe your daughters and my son's friends are awake in a way that is not ideal, and we may have a favorite corpse within the tavern.
I'll be right there. Spotlight enters the room. Bobby runs his fingers through his hair, not knowing exactly what to do. But seeing a crying girl, he does the one thing that he knows best. He's going to play the chorus to Crying. Spotlight, what do you do?
Staring. Spotlight is awkwardly staring.
All right. Seconds go by. When do you respond to either the music playing or the staring?
Wynn's kind of in her own head at the moment. There's kind of like just like a thick tension in the room. It's real awkward right now.
Is Spotlight able to work out what's happened? Like, how Wynn's okay?
Yeah, give me a medicine check.
Seti,
You
I get it.
you can tell that it seems that Oda has taken the burden of Wynn's Fey corruption, which caused Oda to spiral out of control biologically. But leaving Wynn in a much better state than you'd last seen her.
Physical state.
Yeah, physical
Clear.
state.
Yeah. Mentally.
Hi, Wynn.
Looking now looking at Spotlight and Bobby and remembering what she saw of Val, do these guys look like they've grown up at all? And is Wynn able to kind of like assume how long she's been asleep?
It's been like 2 weeks.
Give me a intelligence roll.
Don't say it's been 2 weeks. It feels like it's been.
Instead of looking with your eyes, you feel with your soul, and you feel the growth of these two individuals.
How long has it been?
Richard, how long has it been?
Richard, how long has it been?
It's been like 3 weeks, if I'm not mistaken.
I was off by
Almost a
1.
month.
Wynn kind of releases a sigh of some relief, but just frustration, I suppose.
We miss you.
How much do I remember of being asleep, Richard?
May I, insight roll. Insight your own dreams. Yeah, you remember it being a fight. You could feel the sweat on your skin. That you knew not to give up. And it wasn't an easy process for you to go through.
Good to see you guys again.
How are you feeling? Or is that a dumb question?
Wynn kind of like rubs her face with her hands, kind of mushing it up. There's better questions. In Wynn's train of thought, she keeps going back to the fact that her mother is still in the room, still a pile of biological weirdness, and she'll kind of begin to tear up again and hide her face in her hands as to hide it. Not very well, but she'll hide it.
Valhir, Shindru, and Seti now enter the tavern. Laugh track. So I remembered that Seti's following around Shindru.
Yeah, she busy.
Seti found out she was a MILF and immediately just, yes.
You're going after the wrong couple in that marriage. The wrong person in that marriage.
The right person? That's a MILF right there, Quinn.
Yeah, but it's Veal's wife. You gotta go after Veal.
No, that's so Yule thinks.
Shaking my head.
Wynn, darling, can you step away?
And will slowly, hesitantly kind of step to the side towards the corner of the room where she'll kind of make herself as small as possible.
Spotlight, you see your mother cast a number of diagnostic spells over the remains of Oda.
Do I recognize what it is? What they are?
Do you want me to use your 15 medicine check, or do you want to roll another one?
Well, what else would I be rolling?
Another medicine check.
Yeah, just use that one.
Their spells,
Or an arcana check. Yeah, all right, okay. Fair enough, man.
Oh, Arcana then?
Yep.
Can I also roll an arcana?
Yeah, all right. Piece of shit. Seti, as you watch, you see Shinju casting these diagnostic spells to try to identify exactly what's wrong with Oda. And as you're watching the spells, you come to the conclusion on your own that with each successive spell, the investigation that's taking place is becoming less and less about can we save Oda, and a little bit more about what is this thing, and maybe how do we get rid of it. Spotlight, you see your mom. It seems like she's trying to figure out what's going on with this kind of writhing mass of plants.
Winona flicks her gaze from the writhing mass of plants to Shindra and Seti. Not Seti, but this stranger. And then back to Oda. And she'll kind of mumble out, What have you found out? Do you know what's happened to her?
Did you do a wisdom saving throw? Wynn?
Saving throw. Polymorph.
Ginger looks at Wynn to try to assess Wynn's mental state. And then will start to cast even more magic on Wynn now to see their physical state. Do you react to that, Wynn?
Would Wynn recognize that it's for her own assessment?
Okay, give me an Arcana roll. Yes, it seems that she's trying to medically assess you.
First, it'll be kind of like reflex, kind of pushing the magic away. But once she realizes that it's just to check on her, she'll kind of allow for it to happen.
When I don't think you need to be in the room for this part. Can you step off to the side?
Part. What part?
We're going to have to destroy what's left of Oda. The Fey contamination is a risk of spreading now.
What? No, you don't. You don't. Wynn's kind of like fighting with herself, stumbling over her words. She knows that this is the process that you have to do, but she also that's her mum. No, you don't have to do that to her mum, you know. You don't. You can't. You can't. What if she's still in there? There.
These many bodies aren't They don't carry a soul. There's no soul to come back to here.
Where is it? Where's her soul?
Her soul's in the place where souls go when they're done.
Wynn makes a kind of confused face as she thinks that over. You're not making any sense.
Are you feeling all right?
Wynn kind of starts to hyperventilate, and she'll go back to kind of rubbing her face again.
Bobby will walk up to Wynn.
Bobby, where is she?
She's not here, but
She was just here. She was just here.
what happened? What did you see?
I saw my mom. And too late. I couldn't stop it. It all happened so quickly. I couldn't do anything.
White looks sad and doesn't say anything.
Well, if Spotlight's Ma can't do nothing, then you can't feel bad about this. Let's go, Dollface. He'll offer his hand.
With one hand is trying to wipe away the tears that are flowing down her cheeks, and with the other she'll take Bobby's hand and she'll kind of let herself be led out of the room. She'll turn back once to watch as the door will kind of close behind her and the body of what was once her mother leaves her sight.
Shinger will say, Spotlight, Val, can you come in here and close the door?
Coming inside, closing the door.
We must freeze these remains until they're brittle and can't spread.
Odds along.
And once the door closes, she will use her dragon's breath on the remains.
I guess I will too.
Comes over and does the same.
Said he will just awkwardly watch from the back of the room.
Said he's like, wow.
Your dragon's breath.
Said he's like, the vibes in here are totally off. What killed the vibe?
I forget if Frost Rune actually does anything frost related. Ice Giant.
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Shindru will pull out a mace that has an extended curved blade on one side, and after the body is brittle, she will begin smashing the remains. Until they are a sort of dirt-smelling, mushy, flowery slurry. And then she will collect them into a bag. A dimensional bag. Spotlight, Val,
Yes.
keep an eye on your friend. We don't have the resources to do a proper medical triage, and if they get worse, then we'll have to put them back in the bed, or potentially worse.
We have to send him to a farm upstate.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on.
All right. Now that Wynn is thoroughly traumatized, what do you guys do?
What are they doing to her? She kind of asks into the air for anyone to reply to. What are they doing to her?
Spotlight just tries to hug Wynn.
She won't oppose the hug. She'll let herself be hugged.
Oh, well, they're probably just respectfully making sure that what remains of your mother can't hurt no one. It's just the safety thing. Everything's gonna be all right.
Said he kicks the door open. We blended that.
I don't recognize him.
I don't think that was actually a thing that happened.
No.
No, but she will ask that if no one's going to answer questions about her mum. She will ask the next thing. The rando that she's never seen like anyone like before.
Well, his name's Seti. He's from another world, and
Like you?
I mean, no, but maybe. I don't know. Maybe Val knows more.
Do I?
We'll
I think
kinda
that
look
pretty
at
much
Val.
sums it up pretty well. I think that sums it up pretty well. That is an accurate description, Bobby. They are attempting to return to their own world, I believe, as well, which we are currently attempting to work on.
It's been a month. What's happened? What did I miss?
Insert the we didn't start the fire speed run of what happened.
Niv will walk past Jem, will look Wynn in the eyes, and will say, "Oh, I don't have the emotional bandwidth for this right now."
What's bandwidth?
And she will goat her way over the ledge and trot away.
Didn't answer my question.
Was that in character?
Yeah, you know what? That is something that Val would probably ask.
Wynn kind of looks hurt as Niv descends and departs.
Don't listen to her. She's had like a weird couple of days, tough couple of days. I mean, like you've had, things have been bad. It's all good though.
Niv died, Bobby's green, we broke Eddie's time machine. That's on the to-do list now.
I want to hear it. I see some things don't really change.
She did die, so that's probably maybe part of it.
So Niv died. Mom is gone. And we have 3 new people?
Aiden's dead as well.
Wynn would have already known that, right? Oh no. No, shit.
Nope.
Damn.
The queen's also dead. In that time slot.
Any more?
Also, you're 4 levels behind everyone.
No, that's the worst part.
I'm gonna have to catch up. Can we go fight something real quick?
Go out into the forest and just fight goblins for 2 years.
Yep.
How about we go sit down and talk about this?
Sure.
We do have a lot to catch Wynn up on.
Maybe we'll have Jem and Alia sit this out so that we don't overwhelm the poor thing.
Convenient.
Hey, I've been a part of this group too. If anyone can help retell what's been going on, I can help.
He got a very aggressive way of helping, and I don't think that's the right stance we should be in. But you can watch, I guess.
Well, guess I'm just never gonna live that down. You know what? Fine. I'm gonna go do my own stuff. I'll be back in like a few hours or whatever. Don't wait up. And Jem will kind of like fly off the rails. Not metaphorically. And she'll go outside. Who was that? Is that Wynn kind of like holds her head as if she's in pain. I need to sit down. And she'll kind of like slowly, lazily descend the stairs and will stumble into the nearest chair where she will then sit down on.
I guess I'd say Jem means well, but I don't know.
He's loud. How long has she been with you guys?
Let's see. Since around the time since Aiden died.
Yeah, just about when you ran off almost. Maybe like a day after that.
her? And Wynn will kind of point up to the, well, discreetly point up to the redhead.
It's she's like a librarian or something.
And how long has she been here?
Like a week?
That guy upstairs? The one that's dealing with my mother?
I think we'll get you a timeline eventually, but maybe it's best not to dwell on it.
It's hard not to.
I mean, Val's probably the best person to talk to about what happened to you.
You mean?
Bobby will look to Val, throwing Val under the bus.
I am now under a bus. Sorry, what was the conversation? I'm busy writing lyrics.
What? For the, yeah.
Bobby said that you're probably the best person to talk to about what happened to Wynn, since you're the one that saved her.
That is true.
Oh my god, it was so long ago, I forgot.
Good thing Richard wrote a whole paragraph.
I like the start
Whole
of the year.
little story.
Oh, yeah, the start of the year. Well, after you left the group, I suspect that you navigated the Feywild as best as you could, but eventually fell to its corruption. As I was making my way back to Tika's tavern, I found you and carried you back.
How did you not fall to the corruption?
I rolled higher on my survival check now.
Yeah, okay, dude. Okay.
I lived in the Feywild for most of my early life. And I know a little bit more than the average person.
Like, if?
Something like that.
I've been asleep this whole time. When we'll kind of look down into her lap and she'll kind of look at her hand. She'll close and open her fist as if she's kind of disassociating, I guess.
A criminal.
Well, I mean, like, other than Aiden, we're all mostly okay.
Niv died.
But she's back. She's here. She's just
And Aiden died.
That was a little bit more permanent.
you weren't there. It was. I don't think there was any way of avoiding it.
The war?
We captured one of the dragons.
Dragons.
Yep.
What dragons?
The ones that you had the dream with the cranberry in them.
Did I? Sorry, I don't think I'm completely there still.
Should we see about getting you another bed so you can rest?
I don't think I'll be needing to sleep anytime soon.
Bobby's gonna take one of your hands. He's gonna say, "It's good to see you."
You too? For one night, it hasn't been very long. Because, how sleep works. Time passes, but also doesn't pass at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it feels weird. You know that things have happened while you slept, but you're not exactly certain what things.
Kind of like a dream that you're forgetting the longer you're awake.
Like a dream comer.
Yeah. It's good to see you all again. But what now? Where's Bertafino?
He's okay. He's just. Where is he? I don't remember. He'd be like outside, wouldn't he?
He's kind of overseeing the prisoners.
I could go and get him if you want to see him.
I don't think they had any when Wynn was still here.
Yeah. the way things went with Aiden, it was the first time people got upset with Betafino, I think.
Yeah. That might be a good idea.
Yeah, I'll go see if I can find him.
Val, Bobby, do you know where my things are?
Do we?
Oh, they're under your bed. I'll go grab them. Bobby sneaks in as the corpse removal's underway.
Okay, that's still going on. All right.
It's not ideal.
I would assume that we'd just be talking about random magic stuff, if not that.
So, you're single? You said that's your daughter. She got a father in the picture.
Does she have any siblings? Does she want any?
You made me spit out my rice. It's all over my keyboard.
Blue, that's got to stay in your mouth.
I know.
Here you go, Wynn. And he'll give you stuff.
All right. Double checking. Wynn's things.
You reach into your bag and you pull out your egg.
My egg! Wow!
And as you hold it, it hatches.
Yo! Cool!
Everyone's getting eggs today.
Hell yeah, baby!
Send you the details of that.
What, did you just forget about him for a few months, and now that you've remembered, everyone's getting them?
No.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is a pretty...
I mean, look at my screen. These are the last things I made. Adax, Niv, Adax, Cracked Egg, Adax, Win. The last 4 things, or 3 of them were Adaxes. I made them recently.
That's what I mean.
Time for Seti to get one.
Win just survived significant trauma.
Yeah, I'm teasing.
So Spotlight gets to do something cool, Niv gets to do something embarrassing, and Wynn gets to suffer trauma.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing a pattern with these Adaxes.
Well, Mai got
What did I do?
something for not getting eaten, I'm assuming.
I just hit the
But
XP
also
threshold, which is pretty much on course for me.
The way I justified Val's was you got the last hit on Hungry, or you stopped it from getting away before it could have been a danger to other people.
I see.
You're,
Yeah, I just killed
you're
something.
a hero, Charlie.
So I just killed something. That's
Yeah,
right.
you just killed something, but in the moment it felt like you were the last line of defense before this thing got away and started hurting people.
Fair enough. I'm trolling, Richard. Don't.
Wait, hold on.
No, I'll keep defending myself.
Check out that video, Mai.
That's positive.
This is between Val and Richard, in my mind. It's you, Charlie. It's you, Val.
Spotlight, it is a little difficult to pull Betafino away because right now it is just Betafino and the Archmage watching over these prisoners.
I could watch for a while if you want to go see Wynn.
In persuasion roll. I think I'll take you up on that, Spotlight. And eventually Betafino Lasura will enter through the front doors. Take a spot across from Wynn. Wynn, are you all right? Blue? Richard?
Oh, I'm muted. Oh, I'm muted now. I've been asleep for weeks. I could be better.
What happened?
Hey. Wynn kind of looks to Val. I think I was corrupted.
That is accurate. We were thinking of ways to cure your corruption, but it appears that Oda beat us to it.
I don't understand any of it. Any of this. And she'll kind of rest her egg on the table for Betafino to see. Or her cracked egg.
I put it in. I gave you the document in Roll20, so you can read it.
I was waiting for it. I was like, where is it? Okay. Oh. Oh. Oh.
New toy, new toy.
Wait, should I read this out for you guys?
If you want to.
The Adax is a +1 wand of War Mage with a small blade on the end. The Adax has a psychic connection with the wielder. Wynn knows the location of the Adax. Yeah, within 20 feet. 1, the Adax deals an additional 1d4 damage when using the spell Thorn Whip. Additionally, saving throws done against spells channeled through the Adax are affected by the Adax's bonus. 2, choose up to one person in one of your AoE spells to not be affected by the spell. Once Wynn becomes level 7, the axe becomes a +2, and the number of ignored targets can increase to 2. Once Wynn becomes level 14, the axe becomes a +3, and the number of ignored targets can increase to 3.
Nice.
Yeah! Now I gotta think about how this looks. Kind of aesthetic. Hold on. Pinterest! Nature wands. Wands D&D. Bigger wands normally.
Here, I'll see if I can get you. That's a testament of your trials you went through while asleep.
I can't remember much of any trials.
Well, I'm assuming that if you would have failed them, then you would be dead.
Someone's dead. Me ma'am.
But if you know, not knowing that Oda's dead, we'll think you're talking about Aiden, and we'll say, there's nothing that could have been done about Aiden. That's my fault for not catching up fast enough.
I meant Oda, my mother. Situation with Aiden sounds. Forgive my French, but it sounds like a clusterfuck. Light's mother is upstairs if you want to know more about the situation. I don't even know what they're doing up there.
I don't think you have to think about it.
Hard to think about anything else. Okay, so any spell I use channeled with the War Mage wand gets a plus 1d4.
So Thorn
On
Whip
damage.
gets 1d4. You get
Oh, saving throws done against spells.
you get the bonus from Wand of War Mage, which is on spell attacks.
Mhm.
And then there's another effect that says that you get another bonus on saving throws. So your spell attack and your spell save DC both go up by the number, which right now is 2.
Okay.
That doesn't affect damage. It only affects whether it's going to be hit or whether someone's hit by a magical effect.
So, oh, Richard, look at this. I think I found a good War Mage wand. Hold on. Let me send that in D&D chatting. Hell yeah, buddy.
Yeah, it could work.
Maybe you're right, dog. Wand of the War Mage. Saving that to a folder on my computer.
Shindru and presumably Seti will come out of the room.
Sure.
Unless Seti had a connection with whatever wet stain remains.
Huh?
She busy.
Like,
Bedafino, why are you here? You're supposed to be looking after the prisoners. Spotlight and Eurus are looking after the prisoners. I'm here talking to Wynn.
I asked for Bedafino. Am I able to sense the tension, I guess, Bedafino has with the other heroes or the other adults? Is there like...
Hey, give me an insight roll. There seems to be some sort of tension that you don't understand. Something about the word prisoners that annoys him.
You, you're finished upstairs? Oh, someone's finished. Someone was finished upstairs.
Everything is clean and cleared. Should be able to sleep safely now. She alludes.
Oh, okay. Do you...
I better go take care of the... Go see Spotlight. Bedafino, I guess you could look after this then. And she'll toss Bedafino the beacon.
A new hand touches the beacon.
Ned said he has to stay.
What? The beacon?
Or would this be a better one of the War Mage? Which do you like better, Richard?
No, they're both good.
Wow, thanks. So help. Many help.
This is Seti Shakira. He's a scholar. You might actually get along with him, Wynn.
And Wynn will kind of turn around to face Seti.
He will just about double over to extend his hand to greet you.
It's got reach.
Jem hesitantly will also lean out her hand to shake it. And they shake hands. I am Wynn. Winona, but everyone calls me Wynn.
Pleasure to meet you. And my condolences.
And looks away. Ruby, god damn it, dog. Go away. Go away.
Who's this Ruby? Got him.
Stupid fucking dog. No, my grandparents' dog. Avoiding the comment, Wynn will ask, "You're a scholar? You said? What's what's the word for it? It starts with P. No, the way, like your special. What's your specialty? I'll just say that because I can't remember the other word.
Oh, I have PhDs in ancient runes and arcane scriptures.
Do I know what a PhD is?
No.
And I have some additional undergraduate level degrees scattered in various magical and theoretical engineering fields, and a minor in business management.
Runes, you said? I don't know much, but the queen was introducing me to runes and arcane writing.
They're fascinating, aren't they?
I actually have some noted down. Jem will kind of rifle through her bags and she'll pull out her special notebook where she had written multiple pages of notes and diagrams of the doors and such magics that was worked on with the queen. She'll kind of hand it to you, Seti.
And Teddy will say, fascinating. And I'll just start flipping through the pages and seemingly forget that he was talking.
I hand Seti my phone. Seti starts scrolling. Seti scrolls.
No! No, that's not relevant, that part of the book. My notes on runes are back where I first showed you.
Goes past a page of just like a nude Bobby Tinkergear.
No!
Lots of buckets for some reason.
No!
Seti, could I get an Arcana check?
Sure, one second. Nope.
Oh, shit.
Shit.
All right, runes.
It's a dump stat.
Wow, your diagrams are shit.
That this proves Int is a dump stat.
Your diagrams are horrible. Jesus, Wynn. I can't
What
even
is
read
this?
your handwriting.
Elementary school writing?
Yeah. Hi, Alu.
Welcome.
Hello. I'm very sorry that I'm this late.
No, happy to have you here now. Get in here. We got some role play to do between the scholars.
Is
We're
that
comparing notes. We're comparing study notes.
okay? Okay, I'm ready. Okay.
Now,
Study
does
that.
anyone wanna catch Alu up? Not me, please.
Wynn's mom was freeze dried and blended and put in the bag.
To prevent fake corruption from spreading. She's in a freezer Ziploc bag.
So Spotlight's mom came and helped get Wynn out of the room and away from the body of her mother. That was a health risk because of fake corruption. Now, Betafino, Bobby, Wynn, Val, and Seti are down in the main part of Tikka's Tavern discussing what's kind of happened over the last month.
Making introductions. Jem's fucked off because Jem. People like, we need Jem out of here, please. We need Jem gone.
Jem and Niv both left just because of Niv not being able to communicate emotionally very well and not wanting to do that in a group setting. And Jem because role-playing as two people is hard.
I've never tried it before. I think it would have been fine, but Richard was like, no. We should get Jem out of here.
Whoa. That was Bobby. That wasn't Richard. Anyways, Alu, a notebook was passed to Seti, and you being the kind of nosy librarian you are, you can kind of see the notebook from your angle. Did you want to try to look at it?
Oh yes, yes, please. I would like to look at it.
All right. Could I get an Arcana check?
We threw you straight into the deep end here.
I haven't opened the page yet. I've just looked in.
It's
worries.
drawn by a child.
Just 1 second. Let me just open the side. Just 1 second.
These diagrams and runic structure is laughable.
Well, I'll wait for Alu here, but got something after.
That sounded like that wasn't menacing. Got something after, right? That was like a nice thing, right?
You've activated my trap card.
Also, apparently I have a mysterious novel that you gave me ages ago, Richard, that we did nothing with.
It's mysterious.
Very.
Okay. I'm launching game. Okay, game launch. And sorry, what was the role that I needed to do?
Well, an Arcana roll.
What should be a crit fail again? The notes are just that bad. Incomprehensible scribbles. That'd be funny. Comedic timing, do your thing.
Sorry, was just loading. Okay, Arcana.
You got this.
Okay, here goes.
How was your day, Alu?
It was nice. There was arcades in there and everything, so got to play some very fun games and have a party.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Alia, when you're reviewing the runes as sketched by Wynn, you see that they're very similar, but not exactly the same as the ones on the beacon.
Oh, okay.
It's like it's as if it's written in the same language but with different characters.
Okay.
And Seti just doesn't realize this.
And then Seti just flips off the page like it's nothing.
Seti will hand back the book. These are very good drawings. I can tell you are very interested in runes.
Can I insight
Like
that?
a firefighter talking to a 5-year-old about becoming a firefighter.
Can I can I insight that comment he made? Is he condescending? Is he being
Yeah,
condescending?
give me an insight roll.
Should I roll competing charisma or something?
Yeah, go do competing charisma. If you have proficiency in deception, you can use it.
I'm not sure if I'm being super deceptive this
It should be, because you straight up lied about.
Okay, well, if deception doesn't have any advantage, so I guess it's 11.
Yeah, when it seems like he's talking down to you.
Was he talking down to me, or was that to?
Wynn.
To Wynn, the blonde,
Wynn.
gnomish thing.
Yeah. When Wynn has the slightest hint of her brow furrowing, but quickly dismisses it. Quickly, just in order to not make this conversation any more awkward. Oh, thank you.
Got a bright future ahead of you with that interest of yours.
That you're far more knowledgeable on runes than I am. Do you mind if you could teach me a thing or two?
Oh, sure. The city will grab a chair and drag it over. And he'll take off one of his belts that he's wearing that has a whole bunch of various metal things clipped to it that have glowing runes assorted on them, and go on a very long tangent about each individual rune that he happens to have just on him.
Wynn will occasionally remark with that, oh, and what's that? What's this? How is that different from your world and our world? Yada yada yada. Nerd stuff.
Yes.
It's getting her mind off of it. It's getting her mind off things.
Talks about the various tools and how these are the only ones that he can do with the basically just his hands.
And these are for carving runes? Once you carve the runes, how do you like transfer your magic into it?
It's simple. Whenever you finish a long rest, you can touch a number of characters equal to the number of runes. just channel your magical energy into a specific shape, and it's carved correctly, and the right amount of magic is applied, it will hold.
And do you have any criticisms on these runes here? And Wynn will kind of gesture to the ones they showed you earlier.
Runes are very delicate things. If they're not exact, then it's really impossible to tell what they were meant to be.
Kind of like a letter?
Sort of. Or more like a blueprint with without any measurements.
And with straighter lines. Feel free to join in anytime, Alu, by the way. This is kind of just like filling up the void.
I'm definitely taking notes as I'm listening to it, so I'm writing down everything separately in my notebook. Don't really know how I could turn the conversation other than listening intently.
Can I get an intelligence roll?
Yes. Here it is. Not very good number.
2.
Into the dumpster. Discipline! That's the word. That's the word I was trying to think of earlier instead of specialty. You know how there's like different disciplines of study? Yeah. I knew it was a word. I was like, this should not be a word at any close to academia, but yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, you rolled a 2. Unfortunately, you don't get additional information, but you tried.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll just nod along like the scholar person that I am. I understand until I don't understand until I understand.
As Seti and Wynn talk, Claus, Talons, and Jeffrey will slowly enter the tavern and find their own seats. There have been no signs of Valig since you've gotten back.
I've been meaning to ask this, but how are the rest of the groups holding up?
Jeffrey will answer, and he'll say, "We've lost 2 more. Howling Dunes was a traitor, and his family kidnapped Pura Dagwin.
Wynn isn't surprised that there's more bad news that's happened. Kind of just looks down solemnly.
Gonna get an insight roll from Wynn.
Lee, you can. Oh, I was looking for an old sheet. Her new sheet's just down there. What is it?
Insight.
Insight. Yeah. Rolled a 4.
He goes to start another sentence, but then stops himself, then just relaxes in his seat.
Wynn is quiet and contemplative.
Time slowly passes. Does anyone say anything?
Not in character, but I will be needing to leave soonish.
Yeah, no worries. We'll have Alu play SETI.
What
Alright,
did
you
we
got
do
this.
after the Gorgon?
What'd you do after the Gorgon?
Yes.
After the Gorgon, you
I might need to go back and watch some recording.
went back to the Queen's house, and then the stuff with the Queen happened, and then the traitor stuff happened.
Oh, okay.
And didn't we come here to try and figure out what to do with the beacon?
Yes.
Also, yeah.
You're trying to figure out what to do with the beacon, what it means.
I'm just trying to get a timeline right now.
Keep it near SETI without giving it to SETI.
All right. Hear that? We need a timeline. Richard?
Of my line?
That's
From
my
when?
line.
I'm just doing this from when Wynn left.
Oh.
From when Wynn left. So Wynn left, and immediately after you do the Aiden arc,
Yep.
then you come back down, and then you
Or Gorgon.
Gorgons because of the beacon. You manage the Gorgons, you take the Gorgons to the Naga, and then you go back, and then you do the Queen stuff. And then you go handle the traitors, go to help Betafino and crew, but they rolled a 92 or something. Didn't really need to help them. And you had that big meeting with all the adults.
Yeah. In which case the prisoners, or a couple of prisoners, woke up or escaped, which leads us to now, where Wynn is awake.
Yeah, Oda's the only one that escaped. The others are still.
Yeah.
Well, one of them is at least complying.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is going to be an entire project for me then.
Oh, you're still doing the lyrics? God damn it! I thought it was like.
I got 2 verses and a chorus in. I'm committed now.
God damn it! God damn! How many more choruses do you need?
I'm trying to get everything up to now. Right now, I'm just done with the Gorgon stuff, so now I'm working on afterwards. I feel like this is something that Bobby would probably sing in character. So, if you're down,
It's-
Richard.
If I'm down. Gonna be a tough one. And maybe we'll have a champagne session next week.
Oh, I still have that bottle, don't I?
Someone has it. I can't remember who picked it up when Niv threw it at the wall.
Wait, what?
It didn't break. I remember.
It didn't break.
It was added. It was added to the inventory. I think Alia did pick it up when it fell.
Wait, what's this? What's this?
Oh, the bottle of champagne.
Oh, yeah, Ala did pick it up.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good night, everyone.
Oh, no.
Good night, Matt. I hope you have a good evening.
Good night, Matt.
Good night, Matt.
So a projection will walk into the tavern. A projection of the Archmage. The projection will walk forward and say, Betafina, I'll need to speak with you. Please come over here. And Betafina will stand up and walk over to the projection and begin speaking in hushed tones. Does anyone want to try to listen in?
Yeah, I.
Yeah. Can I try to?
Yeah, get a perception roll.
Oof.
Oh yeah, you hear the words threat and away. And it seems that Betafino doesn't agree with whatever assessment the Eurus has come up with. And he pushes back. Pleads in a way, but Eurus shakes his head, and you hear the word dismissed. And Betafino, looking a little angry, will return to his seat.
Okay. Duly noted.
Everything okay?
Shindru and Eurus are going to be taking Fulcrum and 2 further away, back where the Medusa were. They think that keeping them so close to the beacon is a danger. It's nonsense.
What does Wynn know about the beacon?
You know about the door and the beacon and
Yep.
roughly how they align and
Yes.
you could ask to see it. You've only seen glimpses of it.
If someone has the beacon, can I look it over?
Betafina will set it on the table in front of Val. Do you want to give me an Arcana check?
Oh,
Me?
okay.
That's right.
Can't like re-roll something?
Nope.
No.
Unless for some reason you have advantage on Arcanas.
I have proficiency in Arcana.
And with proficiency, you got an 11.
I see.
Which means my job is just to sit here, look at this thing, and he's going to poke the beacon and try to figure out what it does, what it means, and why people are killing for it.
Investigate the beacon?
You did that with your Arcana check.
No! Alright, can Wynn will open her notebook and she'll flip to a page soon after the door, and she'll begin drawing diagrams and writing scribbles about the notes, comparing those notes with what she knows from the previous experiences and such. She'll write as in-depthly as she can.
All right.
Can I have Seti's help with this? Can I have Seti like looking over it? Make sure the runes are correct.
Yes. I need a wisdom saving throw, though.
Me.
Yep. Another good wisdom saving throw. Good job. Yes, you managed to take Seti's help whilst successfully ignoring him talking down to you.
His condescendence, yeah. Some minutes scribbling that down then.
Alrighty.
Has Alia got to inspect the beacon when it's out in the open?
You'd probably do better if you got a little bit closer.
Right. I sorry. Yep. Can do that. I need to look at the map. I was only looking at the character sheet.
No worries. Give
It's the other
me,
table, isn't it? Is that the right table?
that's the right table.
Okay.
Give me an Arcana roll.
Okay. That's a good number. Is that a good number?
It
That's
is
a good number.
number.
Like a series of ideas filling your head, a couple of things click in place. The runes on the beacon, they're different from the runes that were on the page that Wynn tried to show SETI that you observed,
Yeah.
but they were similar. So there's something important about that page that Wynn showed SETI that that you want to understand better. You want to know where that came from.
And it's Wynn who has this page now.
It is
Yep.
Wynn's notebook. Yep.
Okay. Is this a good time to ask, or is there a mid conversation happening that I'm interrupting?
No conversation to interrupt. It seems that most of the people at the table are busy with their thoughts.
And scribbling down in a new page about the beacon.
Okay. And then Ali will turn to Wynn and point to the page. Wynn, I couldn't help but notice that there's runes on this page that seem to be very, very similar to what the beacon has, but it's different. And I was wondering if it'd be okay if I could just take a closer look and see if there's something we could decipher from it.
And we'll look up at Isla. And her eyes will quickly dart towards Val, and then back to the stranger. Kind of like with her eyes asking, "Is it okay? Are they trustworthy?"
Sorry, good point. We never met before. Oops. Sorry.
Yeah. What does Val think? Does Val think that Alia is trustworthy?
I feel like I've said this multiple times, but they haven't tried to kill us yet, and that's generally a good sign.
Do you say that in character?
Yes.
Yeah. These runes here, I spent like a day on them with the queen. I copied them from my understanding of Bobby's door. A portal between worlds. These covered the outline of the door, and they glowed. Well, the runes were active. I assume it has some sort of magical transparency between the two.
Alia scribbles away into the book the notes as she listens to Wynn speak.
Yeah, Wynn will kind of hold the book up for you when she notices you writing things down yourself.
Oh,
Forgive my asking, do you know more about these runes? About the beacon?
from my studies that I've been able to gather, and from what I see on the beacon, these runes, there's something very important about them, and
I have to
it
agree
feels
with you that
it feels like there's a very important clue to them. Just trying to figure out what it is.
So you feel like you've started unraveling the first step in a very kind of complicated logic puzzle. And you feel like if you had maybe a night with Wynn's notes and a night with this beacon thing, you might be able to figure out what this all means.
and you go.
Wait a second, just out of character. So are you saying I need to convince people that I would like to take away their notes in the beacon?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Convincing people, that's a skill. Okay. We're strangers.
We're strangers, but I have a book that you want to read.
Yeah. I do like books. For the books. You can do it, Ali. You can do it for the books.
Wynn's kind of just like looking up at you. She's very small, by the way. She's shorter than a dwarf, but she's also
wow.
taller than a
Wow.
gnome.
Okay, well, Ali looks at the notes and then at when these notes and the runes, they're really well made. They're fantastic. I could really understand slowly what's written here.
Can I roll insight on that one?
Yeah, even said he's gonna be like, that's very convincing.
Is Isla being condescending like Seti was? Can I roll insight?
Yeah, give me an insight roll.
For clarification, before you got here, Seti was like looking at the notes. He rolled a crit fail on understanding them, and he was like, "Wow, these drawings are great, amazing."
Alia appears to be genuine.
Right, you can continue. Sorry, I just wanted to get that through.
Oh, it was hard to get that genuine voice happening. It was genuine. Okay, here we go.
Oh no, it's just the way you were saying it. It wasn't like your tone or anything. It was just the words you were saying.
Yeah.
That were very
I understand. Yeah. Compliments are hard to take. We get that. Yes. But they were genuine. These notes are very well made. I've often come across very scurry written pages and try to decipher them, but this would really help. I feel like there's a puzzle here. It's in the back of my mind. It's trying to come together. There's something here. I just need some time to try and figure this out. Would it be okay if I spent a bit of time with these notes, maybe just a night, and I promise to give them back.
There's a pause of silence before Wynn will quietly ask, Are you a scholar like Seti?
I'm a librarian. I guess I'm also sort of a scholar. I've been reading and studying texts most of my life. I'm fascinated by all the different types of books, and especially within the anything to do with the name of deity I can't remember. Hitaru. Hitaru.
You forgot Hitaru? Oh my god. The Hitaru? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm joshing.
I know, Blue. It's just that today in this arcade thing, I was told to punch something, and everyone was like, "Please punch it to get the score." I was very embarrassed by that fact, and I missed, and I accidentally punched someone who was standing near it. So it ended up being very embarrassing. So it's just that it's razzing him now. Like,
no, don't be embarrassed. That is amazing. Please don't be embarrassed by that. That's amazing. I mean, I'm sorry that happened. I'm sure that was very embarrassing. But
no, he deserved it. It's okay. But at the same time, maybe I shouldn't shouldn't say that.
No, it's fine. It's hilarious. Thank you.
Sorry, just that's why I was there. Just bringing back flashbacks.
Trauma. Oh God. You're gonna punch me out for the book?
Only if you don't let her have it.
Can I roll inside to see if I get that?
Wait. I wouldn't punch.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, with your previous insight, they seem to be genuine in their interest.
I'll be honest, I don't really feel comfortable just handing this notebook out to anyone. It's kind of my diary of sorts as well. There's a lot of personal things in here. But you said you're a scholar as well. Perhaps together we could compare notes?
That would be really helpful. I think I would like to have an extra pair of eyes.
I don't think I'll get much sleep tonight anyways, so we could do that instead. I'm Wynn, by the way. Winona. I don't know if the group mentioned me, but I'm a druid in training under Cleve Mirror. And I've been asleep for the past month.
Can I please ask out of character? Is this one of the people that were reincarnated?
You saw that this is the daughter of one of the people that you resurrected.
Oh, right.
As a result of resurrecting this person, they came to this place and they exchanged their life for their daughter's.
Okay, yeah, just going back to me. So I know of Wynn. We just never spoke. Like I'm aware of her.
Yeah, you've heard in passing Wynn's names and maybe some small stories.
You are
Wynn. It's very nice to meet you. I'm Alia. With the last name I can't pronounce the last name.
Miravella?
Miravalur.
Very good. I'm Alia Miravalur. I've only recently joined this lovely team. People, we met in somewhere underground. No, I didn't do a recap. I didn't read my notes again. Backstory. Sorry.
In the fake kind of shrine to Hitaru.
Oh, that's right. Yes. I've only recently just joined this team. We came across each other at the shrine of one of the shrines of Hitaro.
Oh, did they tell me about that whole sitch with the shrines?
Not really.
Oh,
There's still a bunch of things that Wynn doesn't know yet.
there's still a lot I don't know. I'm not too sure what you're talking about, but it's nice to meet you.
Well, we might be spending a bit of time together. I'd be happy to share the story with you and share some of the notes from what we've discovered, if you'd like. We're in a nice, cozy place. We could get a drink, sit down, and catch up.
We'll give Isla a very small smile.
Well,
Yeah, that sounds nice.
Alia smiles too, in making a friend.
Real buddies. Who do you like better, Gem or Wynn?
They both have very interesting and fascinating
You can be
character
honest.
traits.
You can be honest. Which one do you like better? Is it Wynn? It's probably Wynn. I'll take that as a yes. It's another on the scoreboard for Wynn.
Sorry, both are very well played, so I can't choose. But do I need to speak to Benefino now? Is this something that can wait? Is he going to disappear if we do this catch up with Wynn?
We're going to do this on our next long rest, kind of like between.
Right.
Yeah, your understanding is that of the adults, the ones that aren't in these kind of groups, Betafino is going to be the only one staying behind. The Archmage and Spotlight's mom and the prisoners will be moving on, but Betafino has to stay.
So I will get a chance to talk to him about the beacon.
You will. He's kind of just keeping it on the table in front of him.
Maybe I could turn to him and just speak to him real quick before we head over somewhere else with Wynn. So much talking. I can do this. All right. So, Benefino.
Yes.
This beacon. I see the runes that are on the beacon are very. They're speaking to me. I seem to be understanding something about them, but there's a missing link, and I only understood that there was a similarity when I saw these notes. Wynn has in her book, and I feel like if there was just a bit of time given to me to try and work through them, maybe I could help understand what these runes mean.
Well, if you want to review that, you can. But I'm going to be keeping it in sight at all times. You wouldn't try to steal this from me, would you?
I have no use for the beacon. I'm just trying to acquire the knowledge and help solve this riddle.
All right, give me a persuasion roll.
Oh boy, I'm gonna take it. I just know it. Okay. That's a good number, right?
That's a good roll. I'm not going to let this out of my sight, but you can hold it, you can study it. Just don't try to swap it out. Don't try to walk away with it. People have died for this thing. And I'm not against adding to that tally if I have to.
Oh. Alia nods. Very big, big nods of understanding. Yes. They'll want to add to the tally. No, tally, no. Wynn and I will only be just over here. You won't be able to see it. We're just going to sit down with the notes. Will that be okay?
Yes, and I'll join you. And then Seti also stands up. Like this is going to be a group effort. You've caught Betafino on a bad day. He's got a very low amount of patience.
So Benefino's holding the beacon, or can Alia tentatively pick it up and bring it over to a table?
Yeah, he'll let you tentatively pick it up, but he will also stand up and follow you.
I'm just gonna go to this table here. This table. And,
Like a babysitter.
gesture for Wynn to join as well.
And Wynn,
Sorry, yes?
you want to join at the table?
Yes.
Is this where the montage happens of the
This is
HUD
where
studying?
the montage happens. So it's going to be an Arcana roll, and that will be advantaged because you'll be getting help from Seti and Wynn.
Okay. Arcana.
The sun sets and you continue your work. Claws, Talons, and Jeffrey are going to retire to sleep. And late in the night, the puzzle finally starts to unravel. And one rune at a time, you figure out just through kind of cross understanding what this magic means. The door that went to Bobby's world has runes. The beacon that managed that door had runes. And then the beacon you have has runes. And using all of that information, pushing these different symbols in different ways, you eventually figure out the configuration that this other beacon, if it had a door, what it would be. And on paper, it looks extremely unimpressive. But in your mind, you feel like you've just solved something extremely important.
It's one of these Sheldon Eureka moments. No, Bazinga.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Misquoting things.
The Jimmy Neutron brain blast over here.
But we did this together with Wynn, right? That's like a back and forth.
Yeah,
Or is
Wynn
it-
and Seti. Seti eventually discovers that Wynn isn't an idiot.
Hooray.
Thanks.
Okay. Oh, this looks like something. I think we've figured out the configuration. Thank you for this amazing effort.
Can I imagine in this time I'm also taking notes of Isla's notes on this thing as well.
Wynn, could I get an Arcana roll?
Okay.
There's something that you could figure out here.
Mm-hmm.
Wynn, you realize that knowing this configuration is important because with this configuration, you could fix Bobby's door. Not only could you make a door for the new beacon, but you could fix Bobby's door.
Oh shit. Suddenly it's like Wynn has an idea. Or something in Wynn clicks as well. And she kind of looks to Ali's character, Isla. She looks to Isla and her eyes kind of shine and sparkle with a hint of excitement, which is not something she'd expect to be feeling so soon after. You know, her
mother's
mum's
metal death.
Yeah.
Super metal. Does Mai have a brain blast as well and finish his song?
Oh, we're getting there. Give me like a week. No, I'm up to the murder mystery now, if that makes anyone happy.
The murder mystery made me very happy.
Whose murder was it again? There's been a few.
The old queen.
Right.
Is one of those kind of fan favorite characters. Sorry, Blue, I may have cut you off a little bit.
No, I'm half distracted because I just quickly had a look at my university units and I just realized that I might need to go see someone to fix that up because there's a bit of an issue. So I'm a bit distracted. I got a bit
That's
distracted
not
for that.
fun.
That's not
Yeah,
fun.
I have like 4 when I'm not meant to have 4, so I'm gonna see if I can.
That's not fun. 4 units in 1 trimester.
That is the bare minimum.
Really?
Not the bare minimum, but that is like kind of the average. Like that's what everyone does.
Oh,
It's
wow.
4 to 3 that people do, but I couldn't do it, so I've been doing 2 to 3 at a time. I'm gonna see if I can.
I'm doing 3 for each trimester, at least at UNSW.
I'm gonna see if I can at least do 3 this trimester at most, and then 3 in trimester 3. But I have to go to a unit court, like unit advisor, and like fix that up there. Anyway, sorry about that. That's not D&D related.
No worries. So how do you communicate that new idea with your new friends?
Hmm. Wynn looks to Betafino and she says, I think I can do it.
What do you think you can do?
Lou, Isla, Seti, if I get your help, I think I can make a door for this beacon. And even better, I think I can fix Bobby's.
That's not an option.
What? Why?
Well, after last time when the old queen died, and then he's going to register something, and he's going to look to Wynn, and he's going to realize Wynn didn't know that.
Wait. What? Fino, what did you say? Fino, I think I heard you wrong. Could you repeat that?
Betafino's going to sigh. I'm sorry, Wynn. I should have broken it to you better. I didn't realize a lot's happened. After you got sick, the queen said that you needed to be taken to another world like Bobby's. And so they did some type of arcane ritual. And as a result, the old queen was knocked out, and before she could be healed, she was murdered.
By who? By who?
Howling Dunes.
Wynn will kind of hold her face in her hands again. She slumps over.
I know she was like a mentor to you.
And what's of Howling Dunes now?
He is dead. I believe Spotlight killed him.
The people that conspired with him?
Well, they kidnapped Pirat. Things aren't perfect, which is why we have to be especially careful.
So I can't fix Bobby's door?
You can't yet.
And what about making a new one?
He'll shake his head.
Why not there?
We need a master enchanter to manage this. Either one of Seti's doctors or maybe the Archmage if he comes back. We need someone that won't make any mistakes. We have to do this perfectly.
The Archmage. Wait, that's Cleavemere, right?
That's Eurus, the bald guy.
Where's Archmage Eurus? What's he up to?
He's looking over too. They have to come up with some sort of, I don't know. They need to peer into her mind. It's what Shindru and Eurus are doing. They don't trust her.
Could I insight Betafino's mental state as he's kind of
Sure.
explaining this about two? Oh. Oh. Oh my god!
Beats it.
No!
No,
Okay.
that means you win.
Nah. Does it?
If the player meets it, it beats it.
Oh, okay. What do I see?
You see that Betafino Lasor is angry. You see he's upset. He feels betrayed. And yet he sits at the table all night watching you guys work on something that he doesn't understand.
Well, if the Archmage isn't available right now, I suppose we have some leeway, some time to prepare, make a plan, recover. Or, if you'd like, we could go speak with him.
I'll see if I can get in touch. If this is what you three think it is, then we will play it by the book and we'll get this done. Just let's not tell Bobby yet until we're more certain.
What you said about the Queen is true. I think we should keep this between us four. Or within our group, the Sunshine Sword. If the Fae find out that this could be what this could be, we're in more danger than we originally were.
Betafino will mull over what you said. We'll kind of look at Alia and Seti. You're back, Wynn. You're alive. When everyone gave up, And you may have done something that really matters.
Really get that, but she'll kind of tilt her head to the side.
Maybe. With the news of Control's death and merging of the Northern Realms and potentially fixing these doors. Maybe we can just celebrate. Or at least you kids can.
Celebrate with us. I don't see why not.
Give me a persuasion roll.
I'm not done. I
Oh,
mean,
shit.
you're our coach, our teacher, right? We've come this far with your help. And you want me to roll persuasion?
Persuasion, go for it. I can't celebrate. I haven't been a good teacher to you. I haven't been a good coach to Niv. My problems only get greater, and I haven't risen to the promises I made when I began teaching you.
There's always tomorrow. Or today. My mom, I'm sure that she had a lot of regrets. And she's messed up a lot of times. But she's always done what she thought was right for her family. Even if I didn't understand it at the time. And I've made so many mistakes. But you guys, Val, Spotlight, Benefino, Bobby, and your support, that really helps keep me grounded, you know? Reminds me that, oh well, Val showed me that you can do bad things and you can mess up, but that doesn't mean it's the end. Life goes on, and all you can hope is that you grow and change with it.
He's gonna take your hand. When I first came to this world, I had given up on my family. I'd never seen them again. They were dead, and I had to move on. My mother's name was Fellengra, and
Write it down.
she passed away not long before we were pulled. And my little sister always said that if she had children, she would name them after her. Yesterday, Spotlight told us about people that died. And I know that one of them was my niece or nephew that I'll never get to meet. On top of that, the person I love most in the world is either being persecuted when they're innocent or they're a monster, and I don't know which. I can't read them, and they're the only person I can't read. I can't let anything else go wrong, so no, I won't be doing any drinking. But you all deserve this. You all deserve to relax.
You don't need to drink to relax. And I think I get what you mean. I actually, before my mother had came to this world too, she had another daughter before me. She used to tell me a lot when we were younger, but I don't hear much about her anymore. My mother abandoned her when she was a baby. They managed to reconcile in adulthood, but when they encountered each other, my sister, she was in a situation like two. And they never really spoke before, so I can only imagine my mother felt what you're feeling now. I don't think you need to read them. I think you just need to listen and think for yourself, for your feelings. Let them guide you. At the end of the day, you'll know what to do, what's right.
It's always tough listening, knowing exactly how often people lie. But I'll try.
only be honest with you if you're honest with them. It'll be difficult, but we have your back. People are in their own situations. At the end of the day, no one truly knows what's going on, just that people are hurting and people are dying, and you're trying to protect the ones you love. And that's all you can really do. And no one can fault you for that.
When they figure it out and get back, don't tell Niv any of the stuff I said to you.
I won't. This is our secret conversation, right?
Right. Well, except for Seti and Olia.
Well, yeah, but I won't say anything that you don't want me to.
Get some rest. Tomorrow, you can celebrate with your friends. You can even give them all the good news.
Right. You too, Bedafino. You let yourself rest.
But if you will stand up, he'll put a hand on your shoulder, and you'll scoop up the beacon from Olia.
Annie dabs at her eyes a little, pretends like she's not crying. Don't cry.
And then he will scramble his way up the post onto the second floor, and then do the same thing so that he can rest in the rafters. I'll probably do a role play with Spotlight, saying goodbye to their mum at some point. And then next week we will have our champagne session where you guys can relax and just role play amongst yourselves.
Hell yeah, brother. Mai, how's the song going?
And Mike can do his song.
Getting there. I might ask you for a Bobby recording
For a Bobby
sometime
recording?
in the week.
All right.
Sometime in the week.
I'll get my
Well, this
recording
is-
room set up this week too, so
Once this is finished.
sounds like a plan. Thanks for the smaller, more intimate session, guys.
That's all good.
Um,
20 wisdom Winona. No, 23 wisdom Winona.
we did it.
Upgrades, people. Upgrades.
And I'll see you guys next week for more D&D.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank